Alright guys, so here she is. This is my 71 Cuda, and this is pretty much how it's been sitting since 2000 or 1993 actually. We bought this out of Pennsylvania when I was 5. Drove it home. 5-year-old me took one trip up the street in the passenger seat, and then it came home and was taken apart and sent to a body shop for probably closer to 7 years, where it was in body shop jail. And I am finally going to be building this from the ground up. Just to show you what we're kind of starting with, is there is nothing here, just a body and a bunch of body parts. As you can see, it's purple. It's originally a F6 sassafras green, I think the coating was. Still has a little bit of green in it right here, but when we bought it, it was purple, and it was done in someone's backyard because they didn't paint the engine compartment, they didn't paint the door jambs, they didn't really do a good job. So you can see in here, it's there's pretty much nothing. We are starting fresh, which is why I am putting this hopefully into a big video series so that we can build this from the ground up. You can see though, it's in good shape. My dad painted the underneath, the engine compartment, and the plum crazy purple color that my mom wanted. And we're going to be changing all that. So this car was originally a 318 two-barrel air conditioning car. It was a Gran Coupe with the overhead display, which is some of those wires you see hanging there. When we bought it, it had a 383 in it with the air conditioning, but I am not putting either of those back into it. If I'm building this car from the ground up and going to be racing it in Sportsman, Modified, True Foot Brake, all those fun classes, I am putting in exactly what I want, which is this thing. This is a 6.4 Hemi out of a 2016 Ram 5500 flatbed. Somehow it caught on fire and burnt the upper intake manifold, but that's okay because I wasn't going to use it anyway. I'm going to be putting a single plane 4150 on here from Aero Racing, and I'm going to do common rail fuel injection. That way I don't have to mess with carburetors, but I did not want to go with like the OE tunnel ram intake. I'm not a fan. I know that might not make sense to some of you, but that's what I'm doing, and that's what I think will work best for what I wanted to do. So I'm going to try to keep the air conditioning. I do have the compressor there, but I need to change it because it's all locked up. Power steering staying. I still have to get mid-sump oil pan and the long tube headers for it, and I'm waiting for the engine mounts to come in as we speak, but all of that stuff is necessary to get that into that. So hopefully we'll make some progress. I don't know how fast I'll be putting these videos out here, but we'll see. We're 2 there, but the engine was in pretty good shape. The only thing that I really had to change was a couple coil packs. They were scorched. You can see some of the fiberglass from underneath the hood got onto the valve cover, but I would consider the price I paid for this engine an absolute steal unless I get into it and I find something wrong. But I wanted to go with one of these Hemis because you could get them. I was sick of going through all these backyard sheds and pulling out these rusty 440s the guy didn't even know he had, and then he'd turn around and say he wanted $1,000 for it. And I'm just over the old engines. I'm over the leaks. I seem to have nothing but problems with it, and it's probably because I don't entirely know what I'm doing, but I think these ones will be a little bit more forgiving. Plus, The intake ports on these heads are enormous. So my goal is to put that engine as it sits right there into that car and run 11s. And if I can do that, then I think I would have met my goal. I want to show people that you don't need to do anything crazy to go out there and win rounds. You don't need to do anything crazy to go out there and have fun and go fast. And once I get this conversion down, hopefully I can help some of you guys, make that leap as well. So we'll see. It's enormous. It actually bent my Harbor Freight engine stand, which probably is not the best quality, but this is a big engine. So we'll see.